I don't know about y'all, but I've been going on a lot of walks this year. There's something about the sounds and the trees. They have this way of pulling the questions out of you. You know, the ones that we tend to avoid. That's where the good stuff is. I think that's where the God stuff is. And so I find myself writing a lot of songs on these paths, and Catch Me Singing was one of them. Just thinking about this year, trying to make sense of anything. And I came across this story, and I couldn't shake it. It's one of those stories that you just can't stop thinking about. It ends up changing you, you know. So I don't know if you've ever read about the biosphere out in Arizona, but it's been around for a while, and at one point they wanted to conduct this experiment. Let's build the perfect ecosystem. Perfectly climate controlled, perfectly safe. And let's see how life responds. So they plant these trees, and at first, the trees were growing faster than any trees in the wild. But at a certain point, they just fell over. Now, I'm not talking just one or two trees. I mean, every single tree would reach an age where it literally couldn't support itself, and it would just fall over. Scientists were trying to figure out what the problem was, and finally they realized there was no wind. There was no wind. In case you need the translation, man, there was no tension. There was no resistance. There was no unforeseen circumstance. There were no reasons for the roots to discover their purpose, which is to grow deep. Now that sounds like 2020 to me. Oh my goodness. Whew. So you got to take a deep breath and ask yourself, could it be that God isn't just interested in us growing quickly? He's interested in us growing rightly. Whew. Maybe the economy of God is different. Maybe the tensions that I'm facing, I shouldn't run away from them. My tendency is to push them away like they're going to be the death of me. They might be the thing keeping me alive. We got to hold on to the promises of God. They're eternal promises. They don't buckle under the pressure, right? The promises we have are not afraid of the process. They don't encourage us around the process. They carry us through the process. We've got a God who's not afraid of the seasons, because he knows springtime's coming. So this is just a song that reminds us that, man, he's been God for a long time, and that's not changing anytime soon. And that's worth singing about. So you're gonna catch me singing when the springtime comes.